Hello, 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 and welcome to PONCHOTHON Warehouse Edition. Thank you so much for joining the show. Woo! It is Wednesday again, y'all. I mean, time is flying, is waiting for no one. Hopefully, everybody out there is doing great. I have been having a couple of busy weeks as we wind through the summer season. You know, the summertime is when artists are the busiest. We have a number of shows we try to attend. Sometimes they overlap, and we're often delivering and picking up work throughout the summer. When we get into August, things start slowing down just before kids go back to school. So everybody's in a mode right now, and a lot of things are going on. I will tell you, there are probably more artist opportunities now available now than any other time in history. So even when the economy gets weird and things get funky with the political scene, the art is still going to do its thing. So thank you for tuning in. If you're already tuned into the show, then please give me your name and or just give me the city you're from. And we can post comments here. So if you just go to the comment stream, you can post any thoughts you have, questions you have, and we'll get the party started and keep the ball rolling. What I try to do here on the show is keep you informed of the things that I'm doing, different shows that are happening, different calls that are happening. So the one thing I want to give you an indication of is there is a show right now called 100 Miles and Running. 100 Miles and Running is a tribute to Miles Davis's 100th birthday that will be taking place at the UB Blake Cultural Arts Center. We have a current open call for that exhibition right now. And if you're an artist right now that has anything that's jazz themed, particularly jazz themed or specifically to Mr. Miles Davis, then submit that work. If you want to know where to submit that work, go to my Facebook page at Facebook at Larry Poncho Brown, or you can go to Facebook at The Art of Poncho, and you can find the link to get into this call. This call will be open until the end of the month. So it's a great opportunity if you haven't exhibited before, if you got some work already attributed to Miles Davis. I am currently working on a couple of pieces for that, and I have pulled out a piece of my dad's collection. He was a Miles Davis fan, so he may enter and submit one of his pieces. But if you are an artist out there and you're interested in shows, this is a place to come, because I'll tell you now, unfortunately, or fortunately, because none of these shows are regional, if you're an artist that lives in Florida and you want to participate, that's up to you. But these shows are regional. I live in Baltimore. One thing Baltimore is known for, central location. It is 2 hours away from 4 different states. And so when I give information, generally for my show, it benefits quite a few people because of the area that Baltimore is positioned in. If you are watching the show, and thank you for people coming into the room, There's 4 people watching the show right now. If you want to chime in, just send me where you're looking from, y'all. Just send me your state where you're viewing from. And we're going to go ahead and start getting a couple things started. I want to tell you about one more open call that will help you if you're an artist. And these are things that I happen to be co-curating or curating for the fall. Yes, we are already getting ready for the fall season, y'all. So next show I want to tell you about is one called Culture on Wheels. It actually gives a tribute to the Baltimore dirt bike riders. Baltimore has its own misconceptions, its own stereotypes. People have their own opinion about Baltimore. But, Baltimore, like some other cities, has its own culture, and bike culture here in Baltimore is very, very strong. Very few people have ever done an exhibition targeted directly towards them. And we are proud to take on that mantle of showing some things that maybe you not be familiar with and learn a little bit more about what the culture is. I know that when they speed past you in the streets, it can be scary. But we want you to understand what this whole movement is about. So artists are now, if you have a piece that is a part of the Baltimore culture, and I know quite a few artists that have pieces that are of this subject, then make sure you go to my Facebook page at Larry Poncho Brown, and then my other Facebook page at The Art of Poncho to get a link to where to submit your artwork for this show. Both of those shows will be coming up this fall. This is a great time to get in the mix for the fall, y'all. So if you're out there, go ahead, chime in, let me know where you're at, and we'll go ahead and get the party started. So I got a couple small things we usually start off with. This right here, and I'll try to keep the reflections to a minimum. This is a painting of mine called Following the Path. And this is a 4x6-inch magnet that's signed by yours truly. Yes, it's a magnet. So, art can go everywhere, but we try to do things that have some nice gift items. I'll try to keep it still so you can see the concept of it. It's basically a group of people with Adinkra symbols pointing into the future. And that's what this piece is about. So if you want a nice magnet, you see it's signed with silver ink by my signature. So if you'd like to get this magnet, I only have about maybe 2 of these in the warehouse. And that's what we try to do. I'm grabbing things out of the warehouse that I don't have large quantities on. So you can go ahead and if you like that piece, just say, I want the magnet. The magnet will be yours for $5. On the show, we have a couple simple rules. First thing is there's ways to pay. All right. So the quickest way to pay for us is either by going to our website, which I'll talk about a little later. But if you see an item you like, $5, $10, $15, and you just want to do a quick pay, then we'll save you the shipping. We'll pay for the shipping if you decide to do a quick pay. So if you want this, you just send me $5 to Cash App or to Zelle at that phone number at the bottom. And this magnet. And please, when you do it through Cash App or Zelle, please put the item and your name. Okay. If you got a screen name, please make sure I know the difference between those names. That's the first item right there, the magnet. And we got a couple folks that have logged in. Thank you for taking the time. Hey, we got Rachel Braxton, who's down in Richmond. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Chris Hurd. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nice to have you in the house, Mr. Hurd. Yeah, y'all. So we are still letting people in the room. If you are watching the show and you want to get some tips on different shows that are coming up, but we are still in pulling things out of the warehouse. I'll give you this piece. I recently, we sold quite a few of these online this past week. So I thought I'd present it to you. I may have presented the male version of the Forgotten Journey. This is one of what we call a micro print. Micro print basically means it's 8x10. It'll fit into any 8x10 frame. So if you like that piece, just put Forgotten Journey micro print or Forgotten Journey 2 and put that in the comment stream. And we will be glad to send this to you for just $5. If you like that, just put Forgotten Journey and we'll send you this piece. Nice little mini print, already matted, ready to go into a pre-bought frame you can get from Walmart or one of those discount places. Some of those places have really, really nice frames. Guess what? I even was at the dollar store once and saw some pretty nice frames. For me, a nice frame is something that's durable. If it's made out of wood, it's even better. Look at how it's composed in the back. But for simple stuff like this, simple 8x10 frame, you could really bring some light to a nice space in your house. So, hey, y'all, I got a couple of things I'm going to be asking, trivia questions. We do that, too, which you might have to do some research, some Googling, some chat GBT. But the main thing I want to know, if you are tuning into the show, is where you're from. And if you're tuned in, you see people still coming into the room. I'm going to put this up early so we can try to get some results. So for those of you that are watching, I'm going to show a poll. Particularly on this show, I will show you a poll every now and then. Asking you questions gives me an idea, figuring out who's watching and what you're doing, right? What you're doing out there. This is about connection, trying to form more connection with the new format of the show. We've done different iterations of this over the years. If you want to see some of those shows, go back and check out YouTube. All of those things are there. If you're currently viewing right now, I advise YouTube as our first source because that is the best connection that we can possibly get. Every now and then we run into some problems with Facebook. But in any event, to participate in my poll, all you have to know is the number. So you see it's number 1, 2, and 3. If it fits you, you simply punch that number in. I should see a live result on the screen. So if you're already watching, a question that I'm asking today is, how many pieces of artwork do you have in your collection? Now, you know, you might not even consider yourself to have a collection. But I tell everybody, if you got 3 pieces, you have a collection. And so this is basically giving me a feel for who's watching and what you have. So to participate in this poll, and I would appreciate it if you take the time to do that, just go to the comment stream underneath or wherever you're viewing this video, and you'll put either number 1 for the answer, number 2 for the answer, or number 3 for the answer. So the question today is, how many pieces of artwork do you have in your collection? Type number 1, number 2, or number 3 in the chat, and you should see your activation come up on the screen. I like that. I get to see what y'all doing out there. All right, so here's another item. I don't think I've shown this on the show. This piece right here is a piece I have called Peace of Mind. It actually is made to go 4 different directions when I painted it. I'll try to keep the reflections off of it. It is a popular piece, part of my colorism series. It's got 2 men, 2 women. Most of my pieces have both sexes, or some are just like black is all female and males. But this piece is also a micro print. You can get this piece for just $5. If you decide you want this piece, all of these pieces come signed by yours truly. So if you like that piece, just put item number. You don't have to put an item number. Just put Piece of Mind Micro. And you can send your money through Cash App, or you can send your money through Zelle. Okay? Cash App or Zelle. If you like those pieces, just go ahead and secure it. Lock it down. That's right, y'all. We're going to keep it moving. Got some other things. You know, I recently have been trying to help two artists. You know, if you're not aware of crowdfunding, I do a lot of crowdfunding for my pieces. So if I come up on a project and I want to finance it, rather than me just using my own money or using the money of someone else, or not doing that at all, or waiting for a grant, or it's a lot of ors, right? Crowdfunding is the best way to do that. What crowdfunding is basically you're going to your constituents, your friends, family, and you're saying, hey, this is what I want to do. And these are the pledges I'm setting up. And you can get this if you support me on this project. That's what crowdfunding is. So sometimes you get some dynamite stuff. Like I just did one for Paul Goodnight. If you want to see the results of that, go to my Facebook page. You'll see some wonderful stuff there. He just closed his campaign. We raised $12,000 for his book. But that's what this is leading into. I have a book that I created. This is my 2nd book. I'm working on my 3rd and 4th. Also working on a memoir right now, too, through the urging of several people. But this book is called Crowdfunding for Creatives. And this book right here it's an easy read. It's probably about 46 pages in here. It basically tells you how to do a crowdfunding campaign. And so it gives you the ins and outs. It also gives you some what to do's, what not to do's. Very, very powerful book. This book only sells for $20. But today on the show, you can get the book for $15, and I will sign it for you. I will sign this book if you decide you want to get this and you want to learn a little bit about crowdfunding. Also, I offer consultations online. So if you decide, hey, Poncho, not only do I want to do a campaign, but I want you to help me do it. Then you go online to my website and look up crowdfunding, and you'll see what my consultation fee is for me to assist you with your crowdfunding campaign. Wonderful way to raise between 15. Well, I'll give you the range of money we have raised. We've raised as little as $5,000 and as much as $34,000. Did you hear what I'm saying? All right, so that's what's up. This is the new thing that you need to know if you are creative and you're trying to figure out how to fund your next idea. It doesn't even matter if it's just in your mind and you haven't even implemented it yet. Now there's ways that you can use technology to sell people an idea of what you're trying to do, and they will support you. And when I do my campaigns, they get books, they get prints, they get all kinds of stuff for the exchange of that money. It's not GoFundMe. GoFundMe is when Uncle Earl passed, and Uncle Earl ain't had no money. So, y'all trying to bury Uncle Earl fast. That's what that is. But you get no reward for that. What you get for that is just the art of giving, which is still fantastic. But crowdfunding is a little different because you get something in exchange for the money that you do donate, whether it's $5 on up to as much as being offered on that particular campaign. So if you don't know, check out this book, Crowdfunding for Creative. If you want your copy signed by me, just put in the comment stream, I want the book. And you can get this book for $15, normally $20, but it'll be signed by yours truly. Got a couple people in the room. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kendall Brown is watching the show. Thank you, Mr. Kendall said he's number 3. These are the responses to the poll. Chris Hurd said he's number 3. And Mr. Kendall said 3+. Kendall says he wants the book. Thank you, Mr. Kendall. All you got to do is drop that into Cash App right now. Send me a Cash App for $15, and I will send that to you. I'm putting that down for you right now, Mr. Kendall, so I can keep track of what's going on here. But yeah, if you're interested in that book, powerful book, good information, simple read. You can read that book in a day and get the basic principle. And if you say, hey, I want to do this, I will guide you through the way. Consultation fees are minimal and affordable. But in any event, I want you to be able to fund your next event. It could be an exhibition you got coming up. It could be a line of work you're getting ready to do. It could be a trip you're getting ready to take. I have another campaign running right now with another artist who's doing a trip to Senegal for the Biennale. So it's a nice 2-year event that happens in Senegal. And so Biennale, I'm sorry. And so he's now raising money for that. Okay. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. So right now, the poll, let me put the poll up so you can see what it's doing. So far, most of y'all watching the show have 10 or more pieces. That makes you a collector. So thank you so much for chiming in on that. I really appreciate that. It gives me an idea of who's watching. At some point, I want you to give me more ideas of what you're searching for on the show. I try to show you things that are in the studio because I'm trying to downsize my studio. So I'll be showing a lot of things just to do that. But I'm also giving you introductions to pieces that I have that you won't even get to see in galleries, because I have a lot of work here at the studio that has never been seen by the galleries, because galleries are attracted to certain pieces. Okay, so they're calling me up and saying, hey, Poncho, we need 5 pieces. I take them 5 pieces. I have several thousand pieces here. So that means there's a whole bunch of things that not only you're not seeing at the gallery, but representation. And that's the strength of the show, and why in the next year or so I'm going to be dedicating more time to building this following back. We did it throughout COVID, did very, very well. Facebook is making it harder and harder to do this, but between YouTube, between you spreading word around, we're going to get around the algorithm. That's what we got to do. So we got folks out here. Look, while y'all looking, we got one person here that is tuning in from Ghana again. I don't even know what time it is. Hey, what time is it in Ghana, Ofori Kessie? Hey, thank you, brother, for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm still here. I don't want to say on the grind, because I don't believe in grinding at a certain point, but I'm staying very busy and very relevant. And so thank you for tuning in. Rachel did give us a tune in on number 3 for the poll. And so, yes, the media question for right now is, how many pieces do you have in your collection? How many pieces of artwork do you have in your collection? If you're just viewing in the show for the first time, going to see more people come into the room. This is a poll that we do. If you want to participate in this poll, simply go to the comment stream underneath the video, wherever you're viewing this from, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, and simply type the word 1 if you got 1 to 5 pieces. Type the word 2 if you got 5 to 10 pieces, and 3 if you got 10 to 20 pieces. Fantastic. So far, everybody has got more than 10 pieces. Reassuring. Really good to know. All right, y'all. So if you want to participate in that poll, all you got to do is go put a number underneath the comment stream and you will be coming through. Uh, Ofori is giving me military time, y'all. I was never in the military, but he's saying it's 2180, 2321. What time is that, y'all, for us folks here in America or you military folks? Ofori's he's going to be giving us the metric system soon. But I know I think it's a 4 to 5 hour difference depending on daylight savings time. So thank you again, Ofori brother, for checking in. I really appreciate you. Love you, man. Next item up is I'm going to be showing this left and right because it just came out. This is my calendar for 2027. That's right, y'all. The calendar for 2027 is really a tribute to women. Every year I do something a little different. This past year, I did a piece that was it was really devoted to my musical pieces because I have quite a few musical pieces in my collection. So that was for 2026. I'm currently, you're not going to believe this, y'all. I'm already, because my publishers are still on the money. My publishers are Shades Calendar. They're out of California. Adrian Woods, my brother. You got Janine Robertson. She's the one that oversees the relations with the artists. And so this is my 19th calendar. That means 19 years I've been doing this. And I have a great relationship with them. They also do my smaller projects. They are Black owned, y'all. What am I saying? What am I advocating on this show, y'all? What am I saying? I hope y'all get it. We are in a time right now, y'all, where we have to start celebrating when folks are. We can't afford to be quiet anymore. This is a Black owned company, and they've been doing this business for over 20 years. Okay. And they look like you and me. And so my calendar is out. If you want this calendar brand new, I'll sign it. Remember, anything you buy on the show, you get a free item. So if you buy this one, I might throw in the one from last year. Okay. But the calendar is $15 fresh off the press. Ink is still wet on it. No, just joking. But if you want my calendar for 2027, just put in the comment stream, calendar, I want it, and we will take care of that for you. This is just $15 signed by yours truly. And remember, everything you order here comes with a free item. How y'all doing out there? People are still commenting. Okay, so Ofori got back and said it's 11:21 p.m. That means the man should be in bed, y'all. He's watching me. I appreciate that. Oh, Rachel Braxton, she must be a military girl because she even knew what time it was too. So thank you for tuning in. Hey, y'all, back to my poll. We got quite a few people in the room. I'm still trying to figure out what's happening and what y'all got. So I want to know in this poll, how many pieces of artwork do you have in your collection? Go to the comment stream. Put either number 1, 2, or 3 to represent whatever your answer is. We want to try to see if we can change that a little bit. Everybody right now has more than 10 pieces, which I'm very, very impressed by. Okay. I put 10 to 20 because they say the average household only can hold about 10 pieces, minimally, about 10 pieces. And so everybody's got different living arrangements. Everybody's got different focuses on collecting art, X, Y, and Z. But I'm trying to get an idea of where you are and who my viewers are. And so we got a few folks in from YouTube. We got a couple people logging in from Facebook. Thank you for tuning in from those locations. You want to activate this poll. Let's see, we got Lisa Fowler Young out there peeking in from whatever state. You got Thomas Benjamin. We got Austin Street. I can see who's on the screen just a bit. And I see Mr. Abdullah Fall. Congratulations, Mr. Fall. He is tuning in also from Senegal. So I got brothers from Ghana and Senegal tuned into the show, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Fall, son, if you're out there, please put a comment in the comment stream. I know you're hiding out there, so that I can know you out there and know what you're doing. But that's the poll, y'all. I also have a trivia question for you out here. You know, I try to keep you on your toes. All right, so every show, I present maybe 4 or 5 trivia questions that have something to do with me. And I have a couple of people that know that really know me well. Now, in other words, they're friends. We've talked. They have a relationship with me. They probably know about as much about me as they could. Now, I don't make them not participate, but you know who you are, right? You know who y'all are because we got quite a few folks in the room. So this is a hard question, though. If you got this one, then you know something about me. What trivia question is, what junior high school did I attend? What junior high school did I attend? That is the trivia question. That's right. What junior high school did I attend? If you come up with that answer, you get a free gift. I'm going to move back into some of these products here. I found this mini print in on my shelf. This is an old painting I did called Native Son. I'll try to keep the reflections off. That's why I'm holding it crooked, y'all, in case you're saying, Poncho, why don't you hold it straight? It's better than me blinding you with light. And I got my computer lights bouncing off of it. I got my studio lights bouncing off of it. So this piece right here is called Native Son. It's a man and a woman wrapping a child in some traditional fabric. I love this piece. Don't be mistaken. Artists sometimes have no clue where the originals end up. This piece was sold many, many moons ago. I don't know who has it. They have it in their house right now, and I don't know where it is. But we decided to publish this piece. Native Son is a mini print. This is 8.5. This is 11 by 14. That's also a standard size. If you decide you want to add Native Son to your collection, I will also sign that and send that to you. But if you like that piece right now, and it's just $10, Native Son, the mini print. If you like that piece, just put Native Son and it is yours. Nice little piece. I like that piece. I wish I still painted like that. What happens is over time your style changes, your interest changed, and sometimes I look back at older pieces and I can't even remember what mindset I was in. I probably was in my 30s, early 30s when I did that piece. Hey, y'all, trivia question. I know it's tough. Y'all see, I got something you can't Google. You can Google, and this is online somewhere. This is online somewhere because I have made a comment online about this junior high school. In Baltimore City, I'll give you a clue. In West Baltimore, I'll give you that clue. All right. There you go. If you're watching and you have an idea what I'm talking about, suppose I told you another clue that they closed. That's right. They are closed. I don't know, y'all. Y'all scaring me a little bit. Because Lotus Love 21 said Garrison Junior High School. Wow. You got that right. I'm shocked. I didn't think anybody was gonna get that right. So I'm speechless, but thank you so much. You want Native Son? No problem. You already know the deal. If you want Native Son, simply send me a Cash App, and then we will send it to you with, hey, we'll send it to you with no shipping fees. All right, that's good. I'm locking that one down for you, and you also got the trivia question too. I have to take notes, y'all. If I don't take notes, I'll be like a crazy person. So very, very good. Thank you so much, Miss Ambika Sample, Miss Ofori Kessie got the elementary school. See, I don't know what y'all system is in Ghana. We have an elementary, we have junior high school, we had senior high school. And so a lot of y'all are combined. Okay. So that is true. That is my that's one of my elementary schools. I actually went to 3, which might tell you a lot about me. But in any event, good shot, Mr. Ofori Kessie, at 11:30 at night in Ghana. So yes, Miss Lotus Love 21, you can go ahead and Cash App that amount to me. I will see it, and we will send that piece to you. Okay. I have another piece here. And this is, it's going to be hard for you to get the reflections off of this. This is from a blues series that I did. And this piece was huge. I don't even remember who has this original either, because this piece was larger than 30 by 40 inches. Okay. It's called Transient Blues. It's a really nice piece that's done with acrylic, and it's mixed media. But this was a pre-fire piece. I think the piece was destroyed in my fire of 1995. I don't think anybody purchased this piece. If I'm wrong, y'all, please correct me. But if you want transient blues, just put blues in the comment stream, and I will lock this mini print. This mini print normally sells for about $20. Today on the show, you can get it for $10. I'll sign it for you too. If you like this piece, just put, hey, blues, transient blues, and that piece will be coming your way. You know, I love music pieces because I can't play an instrument. I love dance pieces because I can't dance. No, I'm just joking. I got a couple moves. It's right up in here, though. It ain't nothing fancy, you know, but I do love painting stuff. So those are all of my, we got a couple small things. Look, I don't think I showed this yet. This is my Soundscapes catalog. Now, if I did show it, because I had an aggressive week of the Warehouse Edition where I broadcasted every day for I think 5 to 7 days. Now we are resuming a Wednesday schedule. So keep looking at my Facebook page. Keep looking at that'll tell you the schedule. I'll be trying to resume a weekly Wednesday schedule. I did a poll and last week, and people said they like Wednesday and Sunday. And who knows? Depending on the reception as we get some momentum, I might be doing Sundays too. It's a good day for me. Might be a good day for you. This book right here is actually endorsed by the city of Baltimore. You see that symbol on the back? That means that the mayor, Catherine Pugh, before she got in trouble here in Baltimore City, she gave me a bang of a show. I mean, City Hall has 2 galleries, huge galleries. And they actually, usually when they open that space up, it's for group shows. It's not normally a solo opportunity. And so it was really, really nice to have her do a show of all of my musical pieces at that location quite a few years ago. And it was a powerful show. And she ran it for a long time. And then she did a super reception. Look, sometimes you hear stuff on the news and you get a character reference on a person, but I'm shouting out Mayor Catherine Pugh. She has always looked out for me. This particular show was even curated by my buddy, Jeffrey Kent, who is a well-known artist here in Baltimore. And I really appreciate their help with trying to pull this show together. As a matter of fact, I think he was working with the City Hall when I got this opportunity. But this book right here is a reflection of that show. We call these exhibition catalogs the exhibition in your hand, in the palm of your hands, because it's got a cross section of a lot of the pieces that were in the show. Got a little bit artist statement. It's got I'll try to get line curator statement. Some of my most well-known jazz pieces. That piece to the left is one of my favorite street songs. A lot of these pieces now have been sold. If you are from Baltimore, you've been to Keystone Corner, you've probably seen both of these pieces. One is on display at Keystone Corner right now. Jazz spot in Baltimore. If you ever look for a jazz spot, Keystone Corner is the spot to go. And so this whole book right here is like I say, it's a little mini exhibition in your hands. It shows all of my musical pieces, not all of them, but it's a good cross section of the pieces that were in the exhibition. This catalog is probably about 28 pages long. We call these like little coffee table things where you got a collection of work, you got some more work, you want to have a little something to go with it. This is a good example of that. Okay, nice catalog. We try to design these as often as we can. I got some big things coming up, so we may be doing 2 coming up for the end of the year. I'm going to leak a couple of good things that's happening, but for those of you that are out there that want this catalog entitled Soundscapes, small catalog, y'all, normally sell for $25. You can get it on the website, but today you can just snatch it up by Cash App for $15. Just say, hey, you want it. Say you want Soundscapes, and this catalog will be coming your way. Very, very nice catalog. I like this catalog. It's probably one of the stronger catalogs I have. But I am got a couple things coming up that you guys don't know about, but I'll keep you posted. I'll give you a couple teasers though. I have a retrospective happening this fall. I'll be putting some information out about it really, really soon. Just waiting for the schedule for the summer to break a little bit. I'll be advertising that. As I said, I'll be curating 2 shows this summer. This fall. One that I've already shown you a little earlier. And then next year, we're already doing some plans for next year. One Baltimore festival is reprising itself. That's the only clue you're going to get. It was a big show. It was one of the major shows in the Trek when I was coming through. It was one of the stops that all the artists stopped through to come to Baltimore. The person that organized that show is about to revamp it in a different way. I'm excited to hear what she's got planned, and that'll be happening in February. But you won't hear much. Just keep tuning into the show. I'll keep you posted. I also was in a meeting today with an organization that wants to do a Black Arts Festival in Baltimore City. See, we're tired of going to Artscape. We're tired of going to things that exclude us. We want to start doing some things that are going to support artists in our community. I am a pro advocate for Black artists and artist opportunities. If you don't know that about me, now you did. Okay. Just did. Fantastic. That's what's up. And so these shows are all doing that. They're going to be providing opportunities to Black artists, but also providing opportunities for you, the collector, to come in and participate without so many gatekeepers in the way. And so as those things develop, I'll keep you up to date. I know right now I'm leaking a couple of things for next year, but that's the way it works. I get to see what's getting ready to happen. I'm going to bring it to you so you'll know about it first. And that's how we do things around here. So for right now, we got a poll that's up. I'm going to show that one more time. For those of you that tune into the show, please, if you are out there, and we got quite a few people in the room, I want you to look at the poll. I want you to, if you got 1 to 5 pieces, just type number 1 in the comment stream. If you got 1 to 5 to 10 pieces, type number 2. And if you got 10 to 20 pieces, type number 3. Right now, everybody that participated in the poll has 10 or more pieces. Very, very, very impressed by that. So you want that to happen, check that out, and we will be getting it back on track. I think I'm going to go into my portfolios and show you a couple of things that, every show we try to show you small original sketches and other things that you probably wouldn't get a chance to check out. So that's what we're trying to do now. And meanwhile, what else I want to show you? Well, first off, I leaked 2 different opportunities that's coming. I'm, right now in Baltimore, I have this show. Sadiri Gates just tuned in. She said number 3. Right now, y'all are on the road. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Sadiri Gates. Miss Gates, we have put up a couple of trivia questions. We put up a poll. Thank you for participating in the poll. Trying to keep everybody in line with what is happening coming up. And so with that being said, we're going to keep on putting things out. I'm going to get into these sketchbooks and show you some more work. I hope you took your pen out because some of those going to become trivia questions in the future. All right, y'all. I'm in the sketchbooks. You know, every show I try to go into my sketches. I try to go into my small originals. I try to show you things that are on the wall. This is the first piece I'm going to show you. Now, this piece right here is Alone with Me. This is a sketch. It's got the rips on the edge. This is from one of my sketchbooks. This is a ink and watercolor small original. My small originals are in the $500 range. Okay. On this show, I give you an opportunity to secure pieces that nobody else can have at a great investment price. Basically, you're getting it for the fee that the galleries would get it at if they purchased it. Why, Poncho? Because I can. All right. So this original is called Alone with Me. If you like Alone with Me and you want to add a sketch to your originals, these appreciate in value like crazy. I have sketches that I've sold this size 10 years ago that are worth $1,500 frame, $1,800 frame. But these are really, really nice pieces. I do a lot of nudes, so hopefully I'm not offending anybody by the content that I'm showing. But this piece is called Alone with Me. Somebody out there can relate to this piece. If you like this piece, just say Alone with Me original, and that piece will be yours instead of $400. It'll be yours for $200. That's how we do it, y'all. Now, remember, I show you these pieces. Don't sit here and go, oh, I like it. I wonder what the next one's going to look like. That's how things get swiped up. If you see something you like and your spirit vibrate, make a move. This show is going to be re-aired after this is over. This is live right now. So people who are watching the show in rerun, if you're watching the show in rerun, this stuff will still be available to you. And this is also what's up. I'm going to, after I get through with this section, show you how to use my website. Because right now, while we're doing the show, you can get anything from the website while the show is being aired for 50% off. So if you bored with me and you want something, you can go to my website right now, LarryPonchoBrown.net, shop. And if you see something you want, hey, put it in the comment stream and we'll talk about it. Okay. All right. This one right here is called Lost in the Light. Lost in the Lights. Lady kneeling in front of a candle. That can mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. When I do these sketches, I'm really trying to activate my imagination. I'm not using sources. I'm not worried about perspective. I'm not worrying about proportions. I'm worrying about expression. So this woman right now, I mean, how many of you out there feel this particular piece? Lost in the Light. That piece right there normally would sell for around $500, $450, $500. Today on the show, you can get this piece Lost in the Light for just $200. If you like that piece and you want it, just put Lost in the Light in the comment stream and I will hold this piece for you. That's right. This is ink and watercolor. So ink and watercolor combination. If you look real close, you can see all of that spontaneous drawing. And then I go back and do a light wash on top of it. These pieces look fantastic framed. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small break, go in the studio and grab one off the wall so you can see the potentiality of how it will look when it's framed. So, you know, framing adds a whole nother dimension to pieces. This piece right here is a dance theme piece done similarly to the one I just showed you. This was the title of this piece is The Greatest of Ease. It's got like ink and it's got a blue wash, but you see the matting is blue. and the frame is black. And so this is another example. If you like the greatest of ease, this frame piece sells for about $1,500. You can get this piece for $750. But I want to show you the framing on it. If you like it, greatest of ease, $750. Okay, that's framed. I may have to add a little bit to it for shipping, but I want you to see what they look like framed. Those of you that are in the area, because what are we hyping up? Black businesses. That's right, y'all. That's all that's important to me right now. I am so fueled right now to support as many Black businesses as I can that we are hyping one of our Black businesses. I have a brother here in town who I've been working with for the last probably 10 or more years. Davenport Imports and Arts. Look him up on Facebook. Look him up on Google. You want some good framing? Do not go to Beelzebub's, Hooby Looby. Who else is out there? Blickety Blick. Don't go to those places to get no framing done because they're overcharging you and they're giving you substandard materials. That's why I'm making fun of Blick, Hobby Lobby, and Michaels. I've heard more Michaels disaster stories than anything. Okay. Davenport Framing is a Black-owned company. Davenport Framing does dynamite framing. This man has been framing my work, and I've been sending all my customers to Davenport Framing. So if you want some decent framing at a great price, this is the guy to go to. He's right in Hamden, right here in Baltimore City. If you're in the region, it's worth the ride because he has great work at great prices, and he is going to beat any price you get from any one of those three people. That's what we're doing here. I'm trying to pass the word. I get it, but you can't say Poncho didn't tell you. Okay. All right. So I got another piece I want to show you. And this is also from my sketch. So I have if you know what I'm looking down for, I have plenty of sketchbooks that have multiple pieces in it. So what I'm basically doing is just pulling a few pieces to show you. That old term that if you want to keep something from Black people, hide it in a book. This is what sparked this drawing. This is all pencil. And the title of it is Hide It in a Book. So sometimes I hear phrases, I hear things that activate something in me. And I wanted to show the polar opposite because there are quite a few of us out there that read that people don't give credit for. There's a whole legion of us that read. In fact, we couldn't have made it this far if we didn't. But Hide It in a Book has another meaning. You like that piece and you want a nice sketch for your portfolio and to collect. This piece normally will sell around $550 framed. You can get this piece now for wholesale, $200. If you like that piece, only online, only on PONCHOTHON Warehouse Edition can you find that kind of price. You cannot find this on the internet readily. When we do these shows live, that's what these shows represent, a rare opportunity to secure something that you would not normally be able to see. So Hide It in a Book. It's a message to that one. Some of y'all, I might have to have a titling contest because some of these pieces don't have titles, but if you're still watching the show, and we got a couple folks who are still out there. See, I got to peek and see who's looking. We got Lisa Fowler Young out there. We got quite a few folks. We got Thomas Benjamin. How is Austin Street showing up on two different lists? But that's okay. I'm glad you out there. Thank you for checking in. Hey, y'all. Y'all, is it time for another trivia question? I still don't know how that young lady got that right. I'm a little puzzled. Now I feel like all my other questions ain't going to be up to speed. But I'm going to give you another trivia question. Some of y'all, I got some folk that know too much about me. This is an easy one, really. No, it can be complicated. Okay, I'm going to put this out there anyway. This is trivia question number 2. Who was the first celebrity to endorse me? Who endorsed my work? The first celebrity, the first, not the second, not the third, the very first celebrity to endorse me. I know you got one that's obvious on top of your head. You're going to throw that in there. But who was the first person, the first celebrity to endorse me? Might surprise you. What you got, y'all? I'm waiting for y'all to log your questions in. And while y'all log your questions in, I'm going to show you, hey, another show that I got coming up. But first, for those of you that want to know, hey, Poncho, what did you create this year? Oh, these is all the pieces I created in January. That's right, y'all. Do y'all know I created 185 pieces in January? I have a thing called the Creative Quarantine. I know you probably, if you those that have been tuning in over the years, I have a ritual that I do every year in January. It started with my buddy Charles Bibbs, my big brother, and we were having a conversation about when was the last time, because we used to be traveling all over the United States. We used to see each other kind of like, once a month. That's how frequently we saw each other. And so the conversation came up, when was the last time we had concentrated time to actually create artwork? And so in that conversation, we found out that we both tracked it back to college days. You got families, you got the hustle and the grind. So college was the last time we had time to do concentrated work. Of course, we didn't appreciate that time when we had it, but now we have to look back to that. And so we were like, well, wait, if we're going to do that again, when will we do it? And so there's 2 months to come into mind. August is a month where things start winding down to get ready for kids going back to school and going away to college, and summer vacations wrapping up. And so that's a slow time in the month. This is a busier August than usual. January is definitely the worst time of the year for artists because that's right after Christmas. It's cold in most regions. So I said, hey, Charles, why don't we do January? Now, he lives in California where it's sunny all year round. Okay. So we agreed, tried to do it, tried to get the logistics laid down. It just did not work. Everybody's so busy trying to align 30 days to work. It's very, very challenging. At the end, things fell loose. We had another artist that was involved that fell loose. So finally, Charles just said, look, man, coming out to California and we'll figure it out. I love that figure it out kind of mentality because that's exactly what we did. I flew out to California. I landed. As soon as I landed, my business manager that ran my business back at home passed away. And I had to decide whether I was going to leave as soon as I got there or to just stay. And with all things being said, I elected to stay. And I'm glad I did because it changed my life. Not only did it give me a chance to really reflect on what I was going to do with my business now that this person passed. Good friend of mine too, good artist friend. But it helped me really keep my grieving where I wanted it to be. It helped me divert my energy someplace else. And not only that, me and Charles got to bring something to fruition that we've been talking about for probably about 5 years. So I know it's a long story, but a lot of times you see things, you don't hear the backstory, right? And so that's how the Creative Quarantine started. Me and Charles Bibbs in 2006 started it. 30 days in LA, painting in his cabana. He has a enclosure outside of his house that has a full studio in it. I was able to go there, kind of do what I wanted to do, and nobody was bothering me. I was cranking Charles was distracted because he was still on his home base. So we created over 100 something pieces during that quarantine. We also called in Cynthia St. James, a well-known, Kwanzaa artist, did the Kwanzaa stand, and she painted from her studio in L.A. Charles was in Riverside, and so we created together, and we did an exhibition at the end of the 30 days, which blew everybody's minds, and that's where the creative quarantine came from. So this year was the most pieces I had ever created in 1 year, in 1 month. Trivia questions. All right, so I'm gonna get back to the trivia questions. We got a couple people that have chimed in on that. Let's see what we got. Trivia question was, who was the first celebrity to endorse my work? And let me see what we got here. We got Bill Cosby. He's in the list, but he's not first. And I don't know where you got that from, because you must have Googled from Ghana to find that answer. I'm with you though. Thank you so much for participating in that. And I don't know, Miss Lotus Love is on fire today. I don't know where she's finding these answers out. But thank you so much, Miss Lotus Love 21. I'm trying to read that Lotus Love 21, my 25. Thank you. So I know your real name, but I'm not going to broadcast it in case you're in witness protection. Dick Gregory is the correct answer. And so, Miss, we got you. It's yours. You have gotten the third trivia question for the day. And I appreciate that, because that means you know some things. All right. That's right. She's saying LOL. I don't know what she must have 2 phones running at the same time. I don't know what she got. But today she's on fire. And I know there's somebody else sitting out there who's watching the show. She probably knew 2 of the answers. That's right. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you didn't know my junior high school, though. I know you didn't know my junior. I don't even know where she got my junior high school from. But that's the fun part of the show. Hey, a lot of my artist friends peek in the show to see what's happening. I got one friend that's in, where is he at? Wilmington, North Carolina. Barton Hatcher is you see that hat? You see them glasses? This dude look like that when he's sleeping. He is too cool. He sleep with his hat and glasses on. That's how cool Barton Hatcher is. He's also a hell of an artist. We have traded pieces together. Hey, what's happening, brother? I love you. This is a guy that was a friend of another friend of mine, Mr. Harry Davis. Shout out to Harry Davis, the late Harry Davis. The relationship between my buddy Harry Davis, who was one of my closest artist friends, led me to this brother, and he has been by my side ever since, spiritually losing my big brother. So I really appreciate him. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Sometimes we have all these relationships that we don't get a chance to brag about. Barton Hatcher is my boy. But like I said, you want to meet a cool dude? Look at the picture. And that's just a reflection picture. That ain't no serious. The man could be a model if he wanted to be. All right, I'm going to leave him alone because I know I'm making him laugh over where he is. Awesome work, though, man. If you get a chance to look up Barton Hatcher, for all you detectives that found out what junior high school I go to, check out Barton Hatcher. That boy got some bad work, and I'm honored to have one of his pieces in my bedroom. That's right, y'all, in my bedroom. All right. I had to give him a little shout out because he's tuned in, but I'm excited today because I got 2 brothers from Africa that tuned in, and a brother from my arts. All right. All right, so I'm going to show you one more sketch, and then we're going to move to another area, y'all. It is right now 59 minutes into the game. This one does not have a title. But as you can see, I was working with a theme. I had the heart working. I wanted her to look vulnerable. I wanted her to look strong. I wanted her to look like she was contemplating something. And so if you like this piece, I got a little delta pattern going through. Not delta, but I do a lot of triangles in my work. And some kind of reason when I got this piece done, it was saying something to me, but something I had a choice to put the heart there or not put the heart there. And I decided to put the heart there. So if you like this piece, you're going to help me title it. If you want this piece, it's going to be called Untitled for right now. But if you decide to buy this piece, we're going to let you title it. This piece right here is Untitled Woman. If you like that piece, just put Untitled. It normally sells for around $500. You can get it today for $200. This one is graphite on paper. Now, a lot of times when I frame these pieces, I either frame it with the sprocket showing, so folks know it was a sketch, or I frame inside of it. You got a couple of different ways these can be displayed. And I'm going to be showing a section of the show where we show you pieces that people have had frames. Some of y'all got some dynamite stuff out there, but I want to share it to the public. But if you like this piece, just put untitled, and that piece will be coming your way and added to your collection. All right, y'all. So we're going to get out of the small sketchbook. I'm going to move into a special section that I have not shown much of. As y'all know, I am the second generation. I'm a second generation artist. I am the son of a teenage parent that gave up his dream of being an artist. That's my dad. My son is also an artist. So I also have a portfolio of his works. So I'm going to share a couple of those with you. These pieces now, they run in $1,200 to $1,000 range. I just want to show you a couple of them and let's see which one I'm going to show you. My dad loved color. He liked faces. He liked African history. So I'm going to show you this one right here. This probably has a plastic coating on it, but all right, so this one is called Dimba 2. Dimba 2 is a palette knife piece of an African mask. My dad did a lot of these very simplistic shape pieces. As you can see, it's got my dad's name, Ella Brown, on it. And this was from 2003. This is part of my dad's collections. If you like this piece, this is an awesome piece to have in your collection because, hey, if you got my work, what better thing than to say, hey, I got a piece by his dad. And then one day I'm going to show you some work by my son, and you'll have like a whole collection of things that nobody will have. So I'm showing you this for the first time. It's called Dimba 2. DEMBA 2. If you like Dimba 2, you can have this piece for $400. I can easily get $1,200 for this piece. It's on paper, it's acrylic, framed up. It's going to be awesome. So if you like that piece, just put Dimba 2, and Dimba 2 will be coming to you for just $400. This is from my dad's collection. Let me see what else we got here. He does a lot of things with color, splashes. He does a lot of things with instruments and musicians. So I'm going to show you this one right here. This one is a musical piece. This one he caught entitled Hendrix. Hendrix. This is called Tribute to Hendrix. This was done in 2000. This is a mixed media on paper. If you like musical pieces and you want a nice original for your collection, this piece would normally sell for about $1,200. You can have it today for $400. It's an original by my dad, Larry O. Brown, and this piece is entitled Hendrix. If you like Hendrix, just put Hendrix in the comment section, and that piece will be coming your way and added to your collection. That's right, y'all. So periodically, I'm going to be going in the books. I'm going to be showing you some stuff from my personal catalog. Let's see. Rachel Braxton says, all of my love for my DST. Is that the piece you want? Is that the title for that piece? Are you giving me titles? Okay. I think I'll take it. I think I'll use that. All of my love. I'm going to pull that out and put a note on it so that I can make sure that I'm doing this right. All of my love. Thank you so much for that title, Miss Rachel Braxton. Unless you're saying you want the piece. If you want the piece, it is $200. But I know if you did this poll, when I'm putting the poll back up on the screen, I asked everybody, how many pieces of artwork do you have in your collection? If you got 1 to 5 pieces, type 1 in the comment stream. If you got 5 to 10 pieces, put 2 in the comment stream. If you got 10 to 20 pieces, type 3 in the comment stream, and you will be part of my live poll. Okay? Still got folks tuning into the room. So if you would like to participate in that poll, hey, put down 1, 2, or 3, and that piece will be coming your way. That last piece, if you like my dad's work. All right. So I got something I grabbed off the wall. Now, from time to time, I have clients that buy stuff from me and they don't pick them up. I don't get that. So I have very few masks. I have a bunch of masks that I do that are ceramic. I have masks that I've done that were casted. I have masks that are done in resin. This piece has been here for many, many years. It's actually a casted piece, which means I had a mold for this. I built this in casting stone, which is a very, very heavy plaster. And then I just basically did a wash of black and purple. It has a purple hue to it. As you can see, its life size is the size of my head. It's got a little bit of weight to it too. This is part of my she mask series. But if you want something that nobody's going to have, this is a three-dimensional sculpture. This is a cast of one of my sculptures. And I'm selling it because the person bought it 8 years ago and never came back for it. And you can buy this piece today for $450. It normally sold for like $900. These are one-of-a-kind pieces. You can't, I do them, I sell them, and then I don't know when I'm going to cast again. But this one has been casted quite a bit. I have pieces on my wall that I am trying to put in the hands of you. So if you like this she mask piece, cast it, $450. And this piece, just call it she mask, purple she mask. If you want her, just put purple she mask in the comment stream, and this piece will be coming your way and added to your collection. And nobody's going to have that. So I want to take a little bit of time to show you how my website works. And normally I do this. I know I got to play with some technical things, so hopefully I won't mess up because I'm live. But if you're a part of that poll, let me see what's happening here. Okay, Lotus Love Mayat. Lotus Love 20, one Mayat 20. What's that? She got number 3. So right now everybody's got 10 pieces. That's interesting. I might have to do a poll with a higher number just to see what y'all got out there. All right, y'all. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, enter the stage. Let's get rid of that poll. We'll come back to it. I'm going to show you my website. And so basically what I do on the website, and follow me if you can, I want you to learn how to do this. So now if you go into my website right now and you go into the shop section, let me see if I can make that a full screen. Can I do that? Can he do that? There you go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this works. You go to the shop, click that button. You'll see all these menus come down. That means we got open editions, limited editions, G-Clays, originals, books, catalogs, gift items, poncho, artware, Race in the Arts collection, the British Africa collection. And if you go to this and pick, say, originals. Now, remember, while we're watching the show, if you decide to buy anything from our website, you can use this code right here at the bottom of the screen. Use that discount code PONCHOTHON50 at checkout. If you do that, you will automatically receive 50% off of anything on the website. So let's just pick a piece. Let's say we take Culture 2, we snag that. You say you want to get that. We add it to the cart. It's going to pop up in this corner. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Let me grab something else. Let me go back. That's a bad thing when you try to show somebody something. I'm going to use Phenomenon. We're going to add it to cart. And as you see in the corner, there's a drop down that happens in the corner where you can actually see, get that logo out the way so you can see it. In the right-hand corner, you see the selection. Now, mind you, I have other things in the cart because I was playing with the discount to make sure it's correct. So you'll go there, you'll view the cart, and you'll see the items in there. And then if you look at the bottom right there where you see Ponchothon 50, that's where you'll put that information. It'll ask you for the code. You put Ponchothon in there. It takes half price off of everything you ordered. So this just took 50% off of the entire order. That order was $1,262 after savings. Okay. Simple as I don't know what. That's how it works. If you want to do something and you want to buy something while we are live on the screen, all you got to do is go online, hit that, and we are talking. Okay. So that's how you use the website. You could be shopping while I'm doing other stuff. You might be interested in a particular item while I'm showing other items. It's completely up to you. That section of originals has 370 entries on that particular one. And so we have an equal amount of clay prints. We have a lot of offset beginning entry level collector pieces. Not a lot of drawings right now, but we'll be doing more drawings in the coming months. Books, catalogs, everything shown on the show right now you can buy. But if you decide you want to buy it this week up to the next show, this code will work. Make sure you pass that around to your friends, and we'll all be saving some money. Meanwhile, that's what's up. I want you to know what we're doing. Now you know how my website works. I'll be showing you that on and off. And then we'll go back and I'll show you a couple more things. That's right, my city, Baltimore. That's right, I love my city. This is off the walls, y'all. This is an original. This is actually painted. This is a mixed media collage on canvas. Actually, it's not on canvas. This is on masonite board, masonite panel, framed. It was framed by Gallery Serengeti in Maryland. They do also great framing. This piece is entitled Balancing Acts. It's actually part of a new series that I started working on a few years ago. I was exploring texture. I can do this with not many reflections because it doesn't have a lot of reflections on it. But as you can see, I use burlap embossed paper. I use wallpaper, anything that's got texture to it. I dry brush it. I add, that's got some fibers in it. This is just paper that I've cut. And I build these environments that are abstract. This one is entitled Balancing Acts. This piece right here is measured 16 by 11. Created in 2020. This piece sells for $1,600 framed. Okay. But today on Ponchothon Warehouse Edition, you can get this piece for $800. That's right. That 50% thing is alive and well on this show. Anything we show on the screen, you can have at a discounted price. Just because you are watching the show, we will be doing this once a week through the Christmas holiday. So just be tuned in. I'll try to show you some different stuff every show. I got enough artwork where I don't have to repeat certain things. But if I think you missed something, I'm going to rerun it. This piece right here is entitled Balancing Acts. You want a nice original for your collection. This is it. This piece right here, I can get upwards of $1,800 on the open market. It's ready to hang, comes framed. If you like that piece, just put Balancing Acts and $800. You can have this piece. That's right, y'all. I have pulled some things off the wall for you to look at. Here's a fun little piece I did. This piece right here is actually was on my calendar. I can't tell you what year this calendar was. And I can also tell you that I used to do paint parties, and this piece actually was an assignment. But trust and believe, it did not look like this. What I did was, because I had several paintings that I used as assignments, I decided to go back in and ponchoize them. And so what I did was, this piece is called Ansonia, and Ansonia really talks about that tree of life that's in the background. It's talking about dualities. She loves nature and she's looking forward. This piece got a lot of underlying meanings to it. It's an ode to nature. And this is a canvas piece. This is like a 16 by 20 canvas. This is a floater frame. This piece sells for about $2,000 as it is. But today on Ponchothon Warehouse Edition, you can have Ansonia, Adansonia. Look it up. You can have this piece for just $1,000. If you like that piece, you can even go online and grab it, or you can Cash App it, or you can Zelle it. Okay, if you want this piece, the main thing is to hold it. So put and then Sonia or um, original, canvas original, tree original, something simple that I can know that this is what you want me to hold for you. If you are watching the rerun, this piece is normally worth about $2,000. I'm trying to keep the reflections off of it. You can have it for $1,000 and add it to your art collection if you like this piece. And then Sonia can be yours. These are pieces that I've grabbed off the wall, and this is the time of the year where we have works coming back in from shows, a few works being prepared for the fall. So there's a lot of framing going on here in the studio. I have a couple of clients that will be coming to view work sometime tomorrow and this weekend. And so we try to frame things in between. I have a piece that I just framed that was part of the pieces I did in January. This piece right here is titled Kabibi. I have a friend of mine that's a dancer and a choreographer, and I did this piece kind of in honor of her. But it talks about movement, it talks about grace. This piece is titled Kabibi. This piece I can get about $1,200 on the open market, but you can have this piece framed. Look at that, for $600. If you like that piece, just put Kabibi, and this piece will be added to your collection. That's right. These are just pieces that I just framed and getting ready. Every now and then we will go through some technical problems, and I just had some for some reason my stream died, but it seems like we're still live. If you are still seeing me, please let me know through the comment stream to let me know you're still seeing things. Had a little glitch where the camera went down, but that's okay. We are ready for it all. I have a piece here that I just framed. This is a collaboration. I try to keep the reflections off. That's real hard to do. You know, I've been venturing down the path of abstraction. I have another artist by the name of Erasto Matthews, and we did a couple pieces together. This is one of his pieces, one of our pieces. It's signed by both of us. Just framed it. It's titled The Inevitable. Really nice piece, gold frame. It's got a linen mat on it. This piece right here would sell for easily around $2,000, especially since it's two artists. But if you like something abstract and something personal, The Inevitable is the perfect piece for you. So if you like this piece and you want a nice abstract, you can go online and check out The Inevitable, or you can get this piece for $1,000 framed. If you like that, just put The Inevitable or put collaboration piece, and this piece will be added to your collection. So there we go, y'all. That's quite a few pieces that we've shown you today. Hopefully you found some things of interest. If you are watching the show, tell a friend. We want to try to keep this thing going. I'm going to continue to bring you pieces every Wednesday. But check my Facebook page to see what our schedule is looking like. For those of you that have participated today, thank you so much. If you have any particular questions you want to ask me, hey, put them in the comment stream. This is a good time to do that. Otherwise, we'll be getting ready to sign off until the next time. So if you're watching the show, you got some questions, comment stream, you can go ahead and hit that. Other than that, we're going to try to get ready, and I'll let you know about a couple other shows that's working right now. And if you are in the New York area and you want to go see the Harriet Tubman show that I have in place, that Harriet Tubman show is running currently right now. It's in 5 locations in Auburn, New York, where Harriet Tubman lived and where she is buried. And so that show has about a good 40 artists represented, probably about 52 pieces in 5 different locations. It says coming in July. This is an old flyer. I'll try to update that flyer. But that show is currently in Auburn, New York. If you're up in that area, check it out. Also, we have a pop-up here in Baltimore called Creatively Black Baltimore. That's currently at the Inner Harbor, Baltimore, at the Light Street Pavilion. It was up and has been up for 2 years and will be coming down in September because they are about to demolish the Inner Harbor area. They're getting ready to reconstruct it, redevelop it, kind of like National Harbor and some other places. But meanwhile, we're moving to the top of the world, which is the World Trade Center that is right next door. It's a much smaller show, but it's going to be great because it's on the observation deck on the 27th floor. And so if you are watching, you're an artist, you want to try to be in this show, go to my page at Facebook and you can find the link to how to become part of that show. Other than that, that is a great opportunity for anybody that's a Baltimore artist or in the Maryland area. We try to showcase artists from Baltimore in that particular show. So if you have worked or exhibited in Baltimore, you have contributed to the art scene in Baltimore. And of course, if you have not known and you've been under a rock, a few weeks ago, we embarked on doing a photograph of all of the Baltimore talent. And so we decided that we did one in what was that? We did that in 2016. And we had about 80 artists. This year, we had double the amount of artists. And so now we're in the current process of this is called Baltimore Art Scene. We invited all artists and the visionaries that do things in the Baltimore area. It was a really beautiful day. Hot outside. Yes, it was. But it was beautiful nonetheless. And we had a great turnout of support. And we're getting ready to publish this piece. And some of the heavy hitters in Baltimore that are artists are in this photograph. I'm really proud of this. We call it the Great Day in Baltimore. We did one in 2016. It's based on the Harlem Renaissance photograph that was done many, many years ago. I have another friend that's in Oakland that did one, and I have another friend in Peoria, Illinois, that pulled together theirs. But I am so proud of Baltimore because we were able to do this twice. And if I'm still living in 2037, we will do this again. All right, y'all. So there you go. We got one more question that says, hey, can I talk to you, sir, about updates and stuff? Absolutely. For a Kessie, you can try to reach me after the show. Try to reach me online. Try to reach me through WhatsApp and we can talk. But other than that, y'all, we're going to get ready to sign off for right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank all of you that have participated. If you got some time, you want to think about what you want to get, feel free to do that. I'm going to take this photograph down as I get ready to, sometimes I have so many windows open on this computer. It's kind of hard to keep track, but I really want you to see what we're doing here in Baltimore. It's very special stuff for me. And I'm sure the Baltimore art community creates it too. They appreciate it. And I'm sure you do appreciate it too. So if you're out there, if you have a question, go ahead, Miss Lovely Lots. Lotus, I keep saying Lovely Lots. That shows you how bad my sight is. Mrs. Lotus Love 21, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sweeping all of the trivia questions today. And we will be getting something out for you for each one of those. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, my two African brothers that tuned in at 11 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock now, and they still hanging in there. But for those of you that are watching the show, hey, tell a friend so you can join us next time. Hey, if you don't know anything about my city, it is a beautiful city at night. I wanted to make sure you understand that. So I'm going to sign off and say, peace until the next show.